the after of the installation of the 2-inch level kit ReadyLift. It was honestly really easy. It wasn't that bad. Definitely a weekend DIY. Save yourself, well for me, $500. I had 4-wheel parts, estimate me for the part $140. You can get it online, I think, for like $130. And then they're gonna charge me additional $500 just to install it, which is definitely a no-no for me. This is going to be the ReadyLift level kit. And I just want to go over bolt sizes so when you get into this or before you begin this, you'll know what you need. It wasn't that big of an issue. It was actually a really easy install. But here you're looking at the bottom of the strut where the level kit goes under, and they provide you 2 new bolts that come with, that are 15 millimeter nut size. And then on top, to hold that so it doesn't just keep spinning on you, you'll use a 9/16 on top. And then once you figure it out, or once you get those out to be removed and install this level spacer, you'll need to get extra clearance. Sorry, my lights are falling, it's getting a little dark. Over here, the link sway bar or whatever is controlled over here, you'll need to use a 9 millimeter right here, and then an 18 millimeter open wrench to get that bolt off, because that, for me, that was the only way I can get the clearance. Once that lower control arm dropped, it wouldn't drop far enough to get that spacer in there. It only drops maybe a ½ inch. But once you've got that sway bar linkage or whatever, however it's called, I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong, but there's just 3 bolts on the bottom. Just go ahead and do all 3 to give yourself the space to get that ReadyLift in there. Super simple. It's just these 3 bolts on top, and then really just 2 bolts on top on the upper control arm. I'll show you that next. Before it gets too dark on me, just want to show you the upper control arm. Let that guy focus. Come on, focus. Oh. Is it gonna focus? There we go. So here's your upper control arm, just 2 bolts up here. The bolt holding in the lower control arm, the bolt you can see, I'm sorry, the upper control arm is a 18 millimeter. Came out super easy. I did support it once I removed that bolt. I did support this whole piece right here, once the wheel's removed, obviously, with some rope to the shock itself, so I wasn't constantly fighting it. Can work freely, that's key. And then the last bolt on top that I messed with was right there. It was a 10 millimeter. I saw videos where they did loosen the strut nuts, but I didn't need to. It was not an issue. The strut being too tight and not being, I guess, movable. I had no issues up top. And then it took me about an hour. Driver's side is what we're on right now. Just taking my time, making sure support was on the bottom, and remembering where all the bolts went, but didn't need to take that long. I got to the passenger side and it took me 30 minutes, and it was all, wrenches. I didn't have any drills or anything to speed up the process, but definitely a DIY project.